Good, happy Saturday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to Good Morning, New Hampshire. Let's get started. We begin with breaking news. Muhammad Ali, boxing legend, activist, and greatest to a world of fans, has died at the age of 74. His hands and mouth were furiously fast. His skills as a boxer made him the greatest in his mind and the minds of many others. He antologized opponents with his taunts, assumed reporters with his boost, and engaged government officials with his anti-war speeches. At the same time, he gobbed a stubborn, hand-nosed society with his stringing jabs against pervasive racism. Since the mid-1960s, he had been one of the most famous faces on Earth, and even though his appearance in recent years were few, the name Muhammad Ali still sparks a smile all around the globe. His death Friday at the age of 74 came after a lengthy battle against Parkinson's disease. Ali was diagnosed with the disease in 1984. 3 years after he retired from a boxing career that began when a skinny 12-year-old from Louisville, Kentucky, Terry put on the gloves. Landlord accused of threatening tenant with gun. A landlord is facing criminal charges after he allegedly threatened a Hudson tenant with a gun. Summer is off to a good start for tourism in New Hampshire. What's better than a sunny Memorial Day weekend? According to Business in the White Mountain, nothing could be better. Will candidates for New Hampshire governor disclose their financials early? 2 Democratic candidates for governor say they will disclose their campaign recipients and expenditures later this month, 2 months before they are required to do so by law. Update: Trump to return to New Hampshire on June 13th in first visit since primary win. Prospective Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump will return to New Hampshire on June 13th, his national campaign manager said Friday evening. General manager of Nashua Business accused of making fraudulent returns. The general manager of an Advance Auto Parts in Nashua was arrested for making fraudulent returns totaling over $3,000, investigators say. 4 people wanted on charges in Rochester armed robberies. Police are warning neighbors to watch out for 3 suspects wanted in 2 May armed robberies in Rochester. At least 2 injured in serious crash on Route 125 in Bretton Wood. A serious crash Friday afternoon shut down a section of Route 125 in Bretton Wood for several hours. Ashew files to challenge Ginta in 1st District primary. 6 years after his first foray into politics, Republican Rich Ashew is back. 3 teens injured in ATV rollover. 3 teenagers were injured when their ATV rolled over in Lisbon Thursday night. Trooper injured in hit and run urges drivers to slow down. A state trooper who was hit on the side of the highway by a driver accused of taking off after the collision urges drivers Friday to move over when emergency vehicles are on the side of the road. Manchester police making significant crack cocaine seizure. Police in Manchester made a significant drug seizure of cocaine, crack cocaine, and heroin Thursday, officials said. Portsmouth chief building inspector charged with assault. The chief Portsmouth building inspector has been charged with assaulting a contractor, an accusation stemming from a meeting in April at City Hall. Suspected bank robber faces judge related to chase. A Hollis man accused of robbing a bank in Londonderry faced charges Friday related to a high-speed chase. Violent cycle surrounds Trump campaign. Outside Donald Trump's campaign rallies in recent days, protesters have gathered increasingly clashed violently with Trump supporters and police. Inside, Trump is going to new radical extremes in his attempts to decriminalize a Mexico-American judge. Together, they're forming an increasingly combativist atmosphere as the campaign enters the summer and temperatures here climb into triple digits in San Jose, California. Fed's master says global rate hikes still appropriate after jobs report. The latest disappointing U.S. jobs number has not changed the overall economic picture, and global rate hikes remain appropriate, Cleveland Federal Reserve's President Loretta Master said on Saturday. France faces massive mop-up as floods start to reduce. Parisans let out a very counterous sigh of relief Saturday as they watched water levels in Seine River begin to slowly drop, allowing the French capital to think about the massive mop-up of homes, businesses, and public walkways ahead. The View fires comedian Michelle Collins as co-host. Michelle Collins will no longer be enjoying The View. Less than 1 year after becoming a permanent panelist on the long-running ABC talk show, Collins has been cut from her co-hosting duties, a source confirms to ET. Vanity first reported the news. Collins joined the show's 19th season in July of 2015, following a light trial run in which her brand of commentary and human humor were well received. However, since the beginning of 2016, Collins' co-hosting duties on the show have been noticeably dwindling down to just 1 or 2 appearances a week. The 34-year-old comedian who is currently on vacation in Europe is expected to stay on The View through the end of the summer, but her final date has yet to be announced. Let's take a look at your events happening this weekend in New Hampshire. Today, Saturday, try it stained glass workshops in Manchester at 1 o'clock. Also happening today, family clay workshop at 1:30 in Manchester. Also, date night, 7:30 p.m. in Manchester. This perfect activity for right before dinner or right afterwards. Also, figure drawing workshop at 6 p.m. in Manchester. Also, Eastman's Corner Summer Block Party at 2 p.m. in Kingston. And those are a few things that are happening in New Hampshire on the event calendar. You can go to visitnewhampshire.gov to check out events happening in New Hampshire. Now let's take a look at your radar. Here's a look at your radar right now. As you see on radar, it is all clear in New Hampshire. Now let's take a look at your weather for today and tonight. Your weather for today, areas of fog early, then partly cloudy this afternoon. High 82 degrees, winds north-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, partly cloudy skies this evening. Increasing clouds with periods of showers late, low 57 degrees, winds light and variable. Chance of rain 40%. And here's a look at your next 5-day forecast. And that does it for Good Morning New Hampshire right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Saturday. Goodbye, everyone.